Hello and welcome back to Stretching Saturday with Johnny Tiger and
Kitten.
yeah, it's more going to be like Johnny, Victim, and Kitten because today, by the way, it's August 19th, 2023, and I hope you guys can see it. We got a beautiful massage table here. It's the Earthlight Harmony massage table, and it's great. I I know Kittens use this model before, or this brand before. Um, this is almost nostalgic because I remember a handful of years ago, I did a kind of like a selfie video of me getting a massage at a massage center over at the Steveston area here in Richmond. And that was a little bit interesting experience. But today we are actually not going to do massage. Today Kitten's going to show us how to help your partner stretch. Sometimes when you have a partner that is unable to get out of bed and stretch, maybe they're bedridden, maybe they're disabled, maybe they are uh, sick, not feeling good, or maybe they just don't like stretching. And you tell them to stretch, you tell them to stretch, and they just won't do it. Well, today, Kirsten's going to show us. Actually, in the next few episodes, we're going to do a few episodes of this. Kirsten's going to show us on how to help our partner stretch when they're just laying there when they don't want to do it. So, I am going to be the subject. So I'm going to hand the headset over to Kitten,
Okay, I'm here at
and
the.
I'm going to lay down. And if you guys hear me scream, that's okay. I'm just a big puss. Lay down. It's very comfortable. By the way, made a homemade arm sling for your arm to rest in. Look, look at it. It's pretty comfortable. Where are we going to address today?
We're gonna address the hip area, where the lower back hip area. For those people who understand anatomy, it would be the ilium, so your hip bone. And Johnny's gonna be so good to lay face down, which would be prone, in the prone position.
And these can be done in bed, and they don't need to buy a massage table.
Exactly.
Okay.
It could be done in bed on when they're laying on the floor. It just may not be so comfortable for the person performing the stretches. But as long as you keep open area, it should be fine. First off, a lot of assisted stretching is just using the the weight of the body to help it get a stretch. So if you ever notice, if you tell a massage therapist, I have lower back pain, I'd like you to work on my lower back. Well, if they come to your leg and they pick your leg up, they're using the weight of your leg to help with the stretch of your lower back and your hip. But it should not be uncomfortable. If it is, just mention to the therapist that it was a little uncomfortable and they'll ask you how or what they need to ask you. So even just having Johnny's foot up like this, it evens out this femur, which is the longest bone in your body. It's from your kneecap up to your hip. It'll even that out, which flattens it'll bring the hip more flat. And you'll notice, Johnny may notice that it feels like his body weight went down, so it may feel like his right hip is up a little bit more than it should be or comfortable. So I'm putting my right foot up on the table. That's just for my stability because I have poor balance. So I'm going to hold on to his foot. First off, notice that right now Johnny's leg from his hip to his kneecap is more flat because I have his left foot facing the ceiling. And what I'm going to do is, with my right foot on the table, my right elbow is on my right knee, and my hands are both around his ankle. I'm going to bend my left knee so that I can pick up his foot and then squat a little bit and let it back down. What that did was take the weight of the leg off of the hip, which probably alleviated more towards the right side of the back of his hip.
How high should they lift the person's leg?
It really depends on a person's flexibility, but if you mark just getting it off the table, so that would be what, about an inch or two, depending on the person's leg and their body. But if you just get the leg off of the table, make sure you have both hands around the ankle, it'll give you more stability.
And I want to throw this one in there. It looks easy when she does it, but when you actually pick someone's leg up like that, it's heavy as hell. When when I do it, when I copy that move and I pick up people's leg, I'm thinking, holy crap, it weighs like 40 pounds. It's like picking up a big sack of potatoes.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because you really want to remember this femur from the hip to the knee, that's the longest bone in the body. So it's going to carry the bigger bulk. Then you got the hips. So you're carrying, a bigger part. And if you go ahead and let the foot go to the opposite side, this is the left foot, so I'm letting it cross over to the right.
Basically making a figure four.
Yes, making a figure four, and watch the person's kneecap. Make sure that that's comfortable for them because not everybody has good flexibility. Johnny is very flexible, so this is able to be done. What this does is it again uses his own body weight to put his body in line where I can just put my hand and put pressure, light, quick pressure. Follow the back of where the lower back is, like where your pants would go across your back, from the middle of the back out to the side that you're closest to. And just use the back of your fist. It doesn't have to be a tight fist, a light fist. So you're basically just using the back of your knuckles.
Or if it's someone you don't like, use your elbow.
Oh my goodness. And because Johnny's flexible, he can go ahead and lay his foot over to the opposite side. And again, just use the back of your fist and follow the lower back where the pants would go across the back and then come down the side of the hip. You don't have to go too far.
Oh, the thing is, when you're the one getting your leg lifted, it's important to know that you're not supposed to help, right? You're
Oh,
supposed to go
yes.
in.
The person laying on the table, all you need to worry about is breathing in and out because it's natural to try to help the person lifting your body or moving you. It's natural. But what it'll do is you will be using your muscles, which will make it harder for the person trying to do the movement. It'll create resistance. So, again, addressing the lower back, we can come over here and just put our forearm, not our elbow, our forearm on the lower back. It would be going across his lower back. And go ahead and let his foot go over to the opposite leg. Come back up, bring your arm up, get your placing with your arm, put pressure, lean forward, which will bring his foot over to the other side, and just do that going up his lower back a little bit. You don't want to go up too high.
Is there a guideline on how long people want to do this for? Uh, like 20 presses or 99 or something?
That would be nice, but some people take a longer time. So it's more um, a judgment call. If you can feel that the person's body has started to relax, then the body has had enough in that area. Like you're very relaxed right now. And for the lower back, this is pretty good. So I am going to put my right foot on the table to rest your left ankle, front of your ankle on on my leg. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my body towards the head of the bed, and I'm going to place my forearm on the back of your leg. And I'm going to go forward and come up. Go forward and come up.
Note that she's using a lot of her body weight and body motion. She's not just using her arm muscle.
Yeah. And every time I move, I don't know if you notice, but your own leg is moving too. Like your foot in the front of your leg. So to address the hip area, I'm going to go ahead and get a little lunge, bend my leg, put my left hand underneath his leg above his left kneecap. My right hand is on his ankle. And I'm going to stand up, and that's going to help me pick up his leg, turn his foot, and lay his leg down. Because Johnny's flexible, I can go ahead and place my foot up on the table because I want to address his hip now. And what I'm going to do is turn this towards his head. I'm going to turn my body towards his head so that I can get my forearm, and it's going to feel like my elbow is on him too, but mostly my forearm. My right elbow and forearm is kind of more towards the middle of his glute, and my left hand is going to come towards the front of his leg. That's just to hold it. So I'm going to lean forward, and that's going to put pressure. When I lean back, it brings his hip back. So leaning forward, my right elbow puts pressure forward. Leaning back, my left hand brings his hip back. Johnny, can you feel this? So just moving your elbow in a very small, about maybe inch and a half line. You can go left to right, find what feels good to the person. And then I can go ahead. Look at that.
No. Now you want to do some of that on the other side so they can get the
To be more even out.
different angle. Well, I was thinking about for the viewer to get a different angle before we end the video for today.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. So,
we were thinking about doing sidelines and then lay on back too, but this video might be a bit long, so we're going to save some of that for the next video.
right.
Just give me an excuse to get massage as well.
I'm not sure if anybody that can see this video can tell, but even right now, his left lower back hip area is a little bit more flat and relaxed. So, because this video is going to be short, I'm going to ask you to lay on your back, and I'm going to address your right hip while you're laying on your back. Okay?
Okay.
Did you move down a little bit?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to take the face cradle out. Please lift your head.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So when you were laying face down, I worked on your right.
You worked on my left.
I worked on your left hip.
Yep.
So now I'm going to address your right leg and hip. Okay. I am going to place this over your eyes.
Ooh.
Lift your head.
Great. Now I can see shit.
Can you hear?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Not like I can see shit to begin with.
Funny, funny. Oh,
Other
no. Okay. No. Because I'm going to be on your leg, I'm going to ask you to keep your head, your hand behind your head.
Yeah, behind my head.
Yeah, behind your head.
Both hands?
No, just, well, you can if you want to, but I definitely need you to have your right hand up. So laying on his back, I'm going to pick up his right leg and push the back of his right leg towards his chest or wherever his flexibility can go. And I have my left hand on the table to assist it from turning out too much. Turning out some is good, but too much, well, that's just showing and telling too much. So to be discreet for his body, we hold the left hand there. And we're going to just move his leg in a circle. And that's working on the same muscle group. Moving clockwise, counterclockwise. Woo, we got the foot here. And we're going to go ahead and turn that knee that way, pinning the foot. Can you feel this stretch?
Yes, I actually feel it on the side of my stomach area as well.
Yes, because the sartorius muscle starts on the inside of the kneecap, goes on top of the leg, comes around the back of the hip, and goes to the lower back. That is the longest muscle. So the longest muscle and the longest nerve run in the same area. So putting the foot on the shoulder, holding my hand on top of his leg to guide his knee. So this is different moves.
So you go clockwise and then counterclockwise.
Yes, clockwise, counterclockwise, stirring like a bowl of soup.
Oh, so that's me.
Yeah. And then put the foot and go ahead and stretch. Bring up and go ahead and let it hang. This is relaxing for the lower back.
Those of you who are ticklish might hate this part.
Well, if people are ticklish, then the person that's putting the pressure, I want to recommend that you stay more towards the outside of the leg and not the top. Just put your hand on top to help you guide yourself with the balance. And their foot is going to be dangling, but that's okay. That's good that you're using their body weight to help relax their kneecap, because a lot of people have knee problems, but the knee problems are because we're mostly standing and walking and putting pressure on the kneecap. So when the knee can move and not have to do the work, it's actually pretty nice and complementary to the knee, unless a person has a kneecap injury. So I'm going to put my hand on the back of his knee and the back of his foot and stand up, and that made it easier to pick up his leg. So these are different ways to address. Here's one that's nice while he's laying face up. Make sure his foot is close to his glute, not too much to where you have to force it. Come around with both hands and cross your fingers, right? You interlace your hands, and all you want to do is lean back. Where can you feel this, Johnny?
I can feel it on my ankle and hip area.
Yes.
Feel really good on the ankle.
Huh?
Feel really good on the ankle, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Those are a couple different ways to address the hip. One where he was laying face down, and one where he's laying face up. This isn't really, this is to address his hip socket, his knee, his ankle. If you're standing at the base of the table and your friend is laying down and you pick up their, let's say, their left foot, you put your right hand underneath their ankle and your left hand on the top. And what you want to do is put a bend in your knee, pick their foot up off of the table just a little bit to where the back of their leg comes off the table. You lean back like you're going to sit and go left to right. What do you feel here, Johnny?
Um, Rotating up my ankle, sort of stretching my knee joints and hip joints.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to come over to the left and do the same.
Again, that's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah,
Try to use your body rather than your muscles.
yes,
Save you a lot of energy.
yes. Making sure you bend your knees as long as you don't have knee issue. These are just complementary movements that massage therapists may or may not do to help relax a person's body after they've worked on them. And how was that?
That was good.
Did it feel like it addressed your hips?
Oh, I can't get up.
Here,
Okay,
honey.
here's the blinder. What? I even need a blinder. Anyway, there you go, guys. Watch me getting put into some awkward positions. But these things are really useful if you want to help out your partner and help them stretch and stuff like that. So next Saturday we'll come back and we'll address something else. While Kitten is here, we'll use her to tap into her specialties. For now, thanks for checking out today's video, and we'll be back again tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.